Hello everybody and welcome back to my Oblivion walkthrough. This is part 12, I do believe. I'm Herb and this is Herb's RPG Gamer, and I'm glad you can join us. We're gonna do our next quest. This is right, I just literally just stopped playing on the other one. We're gonna go to East Burma Gate. Ooh.
All right then, I'm listening.
It is foggy.
Can you spare a coin? First the chapel attacked, now the prophet ranting about the end of the world.
What's going on with you?
I had no idea.
No doubt.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset.
Everybody's
Someone's
always
involved in these disputes.
Someone's always saying something in this friggin' town. Whoa. I was supposed to go past the church.
Well met.
This is the church. Oh, that's the church. Wait.
May I help you?
I'm lost.
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods in the land of the ultimate.
I never get lost here. How the hell am I
Spare a
lost?
coin for the info.
I don't have time to spare you a coin. I think I'm lost. Oh, there's a church. You wanna find a church? Guess we should have went to West Burma. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go past the church here. Bam. I don't play a lot of in first person. I'm just
How can I help?
not a. Am I in the right place? Make sure. So I thought, yeah, I run this way. I got confused with all them damn people talking and shit. We go in here.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Reynal Draelus, will be allowed access. What are you looking for?
Oh crap, I don't need to know any directions.
The guilds are in a row, in the center of town, below the terraces north of the chapel. He's that thief that the Imperial Watch are always going on about. He likes to steal from rich folk. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know.
Yeah, he just keeps telling you the same thing.
Poor Arnora. Seems her boyfriend, Jorunda, has stolen some gold from her and left her penniless. Now he's in jail and she's destitute. Arnora and Jorunda were once a happy couple, but that's over now. I hear that he took all their money and stashed it after he committed a robbery. He was going to skip town on Arnora, but got arrested before making good on his escape. Now she has no money left at all. Poor thing.
Alright. So
We'll see.
Go in here. You want this to be up by at least 50. 60 if you have like scroll. Depending on how high your spell is for charm. So that's what I'm looking for. Charm. Mine's 36, so he only has to be up to 70, so I'll make him like 80 something, so all you gotta do is cast it on him. So we're gonna cast it on him. Boom. And then we're gonna talk to him.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Raynald Draelus, will be allowed access. Certainly.
Yup, he's above, as long as he's above 70, he'll tell you about him. So, and if you don't have the spell, then you can buy a scroll.
I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Raynald Draelus, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Raynald arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
Yeah, if you haven't
Excuse
noticed,
me.
I like finding out
Perhaps
everything.
you can help me.
So then you want to talk to this girl.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me.
Talk to this lady, not girl. But yeah, I like to ask him all the questions I can to find out as much about the story as possible. Because I'm an RPG nut.
Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Raynald Draelus. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Raynald, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Raynald convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Raynald character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar. You hear about Gerunda? He was caught stealing gold, and now he's in jail. I bet Honora's beside herself with grief.
I do believe Jorunda.
I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
I think Jorunda is that dude that we met in jail there. When we first started
back.
playing. There's a dead body here. Dead body. That's Brayden. It's Brayden. Alright, so we want to go over here to the tap and tack.
What's new with you?
Talk
I hear
to
there were some
Olaf.
goblins around here recently. Off.
I do believe his name was Olaf.
Hello.
Damn, who's
What is
throwing
it now?
plates?
Hafid Hollowlake says that Gerald View has been doing good business.
It's a good place to stay. Hafid is quite a good proprietor.
Uh-huh.
Don't you think Hafid Hollowleg does a good job at Geraldview?
It's hard to complain. The food is good, and the service is excellent.
Have you heard any word about the other provinces? You have the
I have
hands
heard
of
that
an
Nord
illusionist.
warriors have traveled from Skyrim with orc mercenaries to assault the Redoran of Morrowind.
More fighting for the Nords? This is sad news.
It's you. Take care. Hi. Well met.
What is
Hello.
it now? What can I do for you today? Say what you're going to say.
You need to get him up to at least 50 or 60, depending on how much spell you got. He's got to be at 72.
I appreciate the gesture.
You can play this mini game too, but I'm not really good at it.
Well, isn't that sweet of you? I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Brayden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. The Countess is Heartland Nibenian, and so are most guildsmen and chapelmen, but most others are as Nordish as you'll find. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. Everyone's talking about the assassination, of course. Here, take my copy of the new Black Horse Courier. Go ahead, keep it.
Alright,
Good
What's new
journey
with
Lord have mercy.
to you. I've heard that the Nords of Skyrim have been warring with the Redoran. What can I do for you today?
Yeah, the Nords of Skyrim are always warm. So,
Please, go on.
77. It should be high enough.
Raynil's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Brayden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either.
I'm not surprised. It seems that Skyrim is always involved in a border dispute.
And there's the beginnings of Skyrim. They also mentioned Morrowind, which I hope
Good day.
I hope to get. I'm gonna get that damn operating system for my. Oh yeah, you need to pick this book up first, and then you can read it. Give you time to pause it and stuff. Make sure you pick it up.
What can I do for you today? Galaborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Raynil told me that he was the last vampire he hunted.
Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. Just look for me if you need anything else.
No problem, Home Skillet.
Hail!
Hail. Whoa. Yeah, nice. That crept up on me. Hello. Oh, man. What the hell's that guy doing? You can't go through the wall, dude. Everybody's freaking out in this
You
town.
look like a bright one.
Yeah, you're not too bright, are you? Had to go back here and talk to him.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back, fool.
So, any new revelations in your, investigation? I'm sure Erlene is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynil has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Raynil is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erlene by checking up on Raynil. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynil is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I am only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Erlene is so distraught. How do you know about that? Ah, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gelborn was killed by Raynil not too long ago. Gelborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gelborn was not a vampire? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynil have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynil from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Alright. So now you have to go back to the Tap and Tack.
Good to see you.
I am trucking. And
Afternoon.
How does Ulfund manage to be a smith, trainer, and babysitter?
He's a saint. Sure. He spends a bit of time at the Tap and Tack.
alright, we ain't got time for that.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynil was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynil doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. If all you say is true, Raynil will answer for Braden's death. Raynil will pay for both crimes. Gelborn was likely another innocent he's slain. I'll make sure Skingrad City Watch hears of this. I can't wait to get my hands on Raynil. He'll become very familiar with Bruma's dungeons, or the end of my blade if he doesn't come peacefully. It's always rats for the new associates. Is it some initiation test or something? Please hurry. Raynil may make a break for the open road at any moment.
Oh, we're gonna go kill him. Now, depending on what we run into, I might have to, break this in 2 parts, but I'm not stopping. I'm just gonna keep recording. It might get uploaded in 2 parts, depending on how long it is. So yeah, we just want to go out here. We're going there, but we gotta go cross country. And there's some flowers over here. Nice.
Your presence here will not be tolerated.
Whoa. Who's that? I don't see him. Oh, there he is.
You're pathetic. This is the part where you fall down.
How you like me now? It's always some random dude. Daedric arrows. Nice. Oh, I like being able to carry like 500 weight. Mushrooms. Alright, so we gotta go this way. Yeah, like I said, depending on what we run into. I don't know if I got Ghost Walk. I might have it. Let's see. Hang on, I had to wipe off my screen there. Do I have Ghost Walk? I guess I didn't buy it. I didn't have the money. I don't remember going back to the... Oops. Back to the, reveal, so I guess I did get it. We can discover these ruins up here, I think. Somebody's coming. What is it? I don't know what it is. But it ain't a friggin' Minotaur. Ooh, there's a couple of deers here. Free venison. Oh, someone's got it. We will take the arrows though. That's some of the best stuff to pick up. They're 1 gold a piece for as many as you have. So, but yeah, so the ones we don't use, we're gonna sell. Yeah, who killed all these deer, man? I guess it was that guy I killed. He had like Daedric arrows on them.